my child being poisoned is not my fault, but my wife's. So a few months ago, a story made it around the social media about a child that was poisoned by her father's side chick. So now the man has actually come out to tell his own side of the story. Let me read it out and see what he said. He said, I never planned for all this to happen. It's not my fault. I'll try to cut it as short as I can because it's a bit long. It's not my fault. It is my wife's fault. I didn't plan for all this to happen. I waited for this lady for 4 years after I proposed to her, so she can finish her education before marrying her. After her graduation, she started acting uninterested in the marriage because she found out I was cheating on her, which is something that I regret. I didn't mean to cheat on her. All those years, this lady denied me access for 6 good months when we were dating, claiming it was her final exam period and she needed to focus on graduating with good results. She kept complaining and said she would have to stop visiting me, so I had no choice but to start seeing another woman. Imagine being excess starved by your fiance for like 6 months. What was I expected to do? What normal man survives without excess for 6 months, for God's sake? What was I supposed to do when the woman I call my own and wants to marry keeps her body away from me, all in the name of exams? Later, after her graduation, when she discovered I had several affairs with other women, she started acting up and was no longer interested in the marriage, knowing fully well that she pushed me into this cheating. So when I saw a public post made about me by my wife, I wasn't surprised because that's how she has always been, always acting the victim. However, I pleaded to change and become more responsible after our marriage, but both families even had to step in before she agreed to continue with the marriage. First, I denied her continuing her education because I know that isn't advisable for a man to marry a woman who is more educated than him. Okay, I didn't even complete secondary school, but the woman I wanted to marry wanted to complete her university education. She insisted. I let that slide because of the love I had for her. After marriage, I didn't want her to work because I knew she wouldn't have time for me, her husband. But she insisted on working despite my refusal. She disrespected my wishes and rules as a head and chief commander of the house and in my own house. After our first child, 3 years after our son was born, she claimed I wasn't treating her nicely just because I refused to buy her new clothes and a phone. Since I believe she didn't really need to go anywhere that important that she'll be needing many clothes or people to call since she's always at home. Yes, she disrespected me and still went ahead to get a job with her certificate as an accountant, insisting that she wanted to be able to provide and support for the family as a firstborn, for her family as a firstborn. I didn't mean to bring those women I was seeing home. I was doing all those things and also sleeping with our house help just to teach her a lesson not to abandon her husband and be claiming working class lady. Unfortunately, one of them, out of desperation to marry me, got pregnant and got our 3 years old son poisoned with fruit juice, and he went into a coma. I honestly regret this. I didn't know my action would affect my son. Luckily, God intervened and he's fine now. I'm a very responsible man, and I'm usually not like this. This woman has pushed me to the wall. It's been 4 years of marriage. All this drama in our marriage has never been my fault, but that of my wife. All this happened because of your fault. You disrespected me as your husband and the man of the house. If you think divorcing me has affected me in any way, it's a big laugh, because I'm not a poor man, neither am I an unlucky man. I'll replace you with a snap of a finger. And I'm willing to sign the divorce papers, but as you know, you and your family must and will have to repay everything I've ever bought for you since the first day I met you, including even a hygiene pad. And I mean everything. I pity the next man who will get into a relationship with you. Okay, this is actually a very long one. I don't have much to say. Please kindly subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next post. If I have anything to say, drop it in the comments. Bye.